Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Ntando, Mdletshe, and on this channel sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama-reviews ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma any other issues avukayo mangabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Siyaphinda-ke sikhuluma ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you like our content, you know what to do. Because the ndabas, yes, sizokuphuthela because sikhuluma indaba lana. So do yourself a favor, okay? Subscribe. Listen, you guys, I want to talk a little bit about Mangwabe. Everybody knows what Mangwabe is my favorite. You guys, people will say, don't say who is your favorite, because then when we listen to you, we already know. Guys, we're just being real, honestly, you guys, because it doesn't make sense for me to not say who my favorite is, so that Nandins will understand why I have certain opinions about certain things, and you can call me to order if you need to when it comes to Mangwabe. But she is my favorite. I don't hate the other wives. At different times I like them, you know. But when you talk about my favorites, I always think Mbali is my favorite, you guys. But Mbali is not everybody's favorite, especially this season. The thing started last season, and even this season, it's very apparent that people do not really like her or her attitude. Maybe it's mostly her attitude when it comes to this season of Uthando Nesthembu, you guys. And we're going to talk a little bit about the things that people are having issues with when it comes to Mangwabe. Of course, guys, the one thing that has caused a lot of drama kwaMseleku is ukuthathwa issue yokuthathwa number 5. You know, one of the wives that are not for that idea, that have expressed ukuthi they will walk out if number 5 is taken, is Mangwabe, you guys. Mangwabe Ben Nomayeni actually have said that they will walk out, you know, and that has caused a lot of drama, that has caused a lot of tension to umndeni kwaMseleku, and that has entertained us. Issue number 5 siyasho, a lot of us will say we are so done with the issue number 5, but that is the issue that that is the issue that has entertained us the most when it comes to Uthando Nesthembu. One of the things that people say about Mangwabe is that Mangwabe is a number 4, you guys, and people do say that when you come in as a number 4, you know, when you come in as not the first wife, you know, you must expect anything. You can't come in and assume that you are going to be the last, you know. And Mdletshe has said something similar to that. Mdletshe has said, one thing about this temple is that once you allow your man to take his temple, you can never say, I'm only going to allow him to take one wife. Once you say, uvuma is temple, then uvuma is temple. You know, it might go on forever and ever and ever. And I guess Mdletshe was wise enough to make certain deals with Mseleku, which Mseleku, I guess, he has respected, because their 20th anniversary has passed, and apparently he has said he will not be taking number 5. But that is after the show was shot, I believe, you guys. So one of the things that irritates about a lot about Mangwabe is that she came in as number 4, but for some reason does not believe that Amanya Makoskazi should come in after her, you guys. And that totally makes sense. I mean, if you were accepted as a number 4, why would you think that number 5 is not coming? Because definitely number 5 is coming, you guys. And I don't know, you guys, when I look at Lokuzana, personality kaMangwabe, I don't even know how she ended up as Tenjin Mangwabe. When I said in the weekend, because I feel like Mangwabe is me and I am Mangwabe, because I feel like she's that person that would say what she feels when she feels it, and if she doesn't want something in her relationship, she's gonna say she doesn't want it. They think things should happen a certain way in her relationship. If she doesn't want, she's not gonna justify it, so she just doesn't want it. And I feel like a lot of the times I'm like that. Like, if I don't like something, if you think my relationship should be a certain way and I think it shouldn't, it's just not gonna happen. I understand her, but I don't understand how she ended up being estranged. It might have been good and Uthando, guys, because sometimes you do fall in love and make really like decisions that are out of character for you. I don't know. I don't understand how Mangwabe ended up as Tenjin, you guys, because she really looks like and sounds like the type of woman that would want her partner to be just her partner. So that is one of the things that people don't like about Mangwabe, is that how do you say no to number 5 when you are number 4 and the other wives said yes to you coming in. Also, another thing that people have said is that Mangwabe seems to have an attitude that spoils everybody's fun. Like she always just looks miserable when they are together. She's the one that's gonna say something that is negative. Look at that meeting that they had with the wives this season, and everybody was talking about how happy they are with Mseleku and all that. They were making jokes, and she wasn't about it. She wasn't about that life. Okay. Listen, you guys, I feel like Nami at that time I felt like, hey Mangwabe, you could have just joked with everybody, because really at that time it wasn't that serious. You really could have just made a joke to be like, hey guys, we okay, whatever, and laughed with everybody. But I also felt like she wanted to be real. If she's not happy in her marriage, it's like she's that type of a person. Listen, Angiko happy in my marriage. I'm not gonna lie about the fact that Angiko happy in my marriage. So that makes people feel like every time there is a sin with Mangwabe, it's not a fun sin. But at the same time, I feel like same thing Mangwabe, because the Aibo, if they're all having fun out here, then what are we going to talk about here in our reviews? So I do understand also abantu abamthandi for those reasons, but I also feel like for those reasons as well, she brings a drama, that we get to talk about here on this show. There is also one thing that she did, which was on the first or second episode, she called ubaba kamakhumalo umuntu ohlukumeza ingane zakhe, you guys, regarding indaba ye-gates. You remember, regarding the opening and the closing of the gates, the gates that we haven't seen, that we really want to see. A lot of people felt ukuthi akasebenzisanga the correct words. She did not use the right words, and because a lot of the times if someone is abusing your kids, there's a lot of assumptions that people can make with regards to abuse. Like she made it sound more severe and serious than it actually is. And I was trying to see, you guys, that she could have used if she felt like maybe she could have said my kids were not treated well, because I was looking for something that she could have said. And I think maybe it's something that moving forward, if they have that conversation again, that she can correct, because I think online really they took it like ubaba kaMakhumalo uhlukumeza ingane, ubaba kaMakhumalo is abusing the kids, he abused the kids, and I think that didn't sit well with a lot of people. I think she could correct it maybe and say if that's what she feels, because yes, a lot of us are feeling like ingane makuthiwa ivula gates, ivali gates, is that really a big deal? But for some reason she feels like it's a big deal. But if she feels like maybe her kids were mistreated, maybe she can say that I feel like he mistreated my kids. I feel like akabaphathanga kahle abantwana, and change that words, because there's a lot of thoughts that go into, if someone abused the kids, then you go into a lot of things. So I understand. I even understand why uMakhumalo was offended by that, but I do feel like they were not able, both of them, to express themselves what are the issues. And also, guys, the issue is so it's so old. I do feel like it's long overdue for them to really just settle that case, you guys. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to read just a few comments that people have made on Twitter with regards to indaba kaMangwabe. I guess abantu bebephikisana, some people saying they like uMangwabe, some people saying they don't, but I'm just going to read a few. So I am Londega says, so Mangwabe's kid was abused by being asked to open the gate. You feel him. Listen, you guys, I also don't think that it's abuse to ask a child to open the gate, but then it's as nababo chauffeur, you know. But I feel like if you look at Ngane Mangwabe, go look at the pictures of Ngane Mangwabe. This thing happened, I think, like maybe 3-4 years ago. If you look at Ngane Mangwabe, zo thule zamantombazane ne, and then bese uyazinciphisa by like 3 years, because this happened a while ago, you know. So make them younger by like 3 years and see how young they were at the time. And then imagine them. Okay, I understand ukuvula gates. I don't think it's a big deal. But also the other child was asked to take the other child out of the car. So imagine how young they are now, and then bese uyabanciphisa, and then imagine, you know. So if someone is hired in the family to take care of those things, and they are asking a child to do that, that might have been what offended Mangwabe. I'm just trying to see her side of the story, honestly, you know. Still, I still feel like it might have been even that Ingane wanted to open the gates. You know how sometimes Ingane is you know. So yeah, so I do understand why people feel like ifilimu ukuthi sengaze kube into enkulu kangaka ukuthi ingane was asked to open the gates. And then Fancy Face says, imagine facing Mbali Mangwabe as a nurse. I actually want to go to the clinic where Mangwabe is. Yes. I can just, and I've met all kinds of nurses in my life, but I can imagine Mangwabe. Is it? Yeah, Imagine. Clinic. And then the next one says, Bali looks so gorgeous. Anyway, they put a picture of her looking really nice here. And then Premium says there will never be unity. Unity does not exist without trust. How will these ladies trust each other? Mbali confided in the wives, and Mdletshe told Musa. This is the same thing Mayeni said last week. You tell someone something and you hear it somewhere else. Yes, you guys, I do think that kwaMseleku, they do struggle with the separation of the relationships, because there's 4 marriages in here, and each marriage is supposed to have some kind of privacy. There's things that you're supposed to be able to discuss with your husband, and they remain between you and your husband. And then there is also wife relationships, like there's a Makhumalo and Mangwabe relationship, there's a Mangwabe Mdletshe relationship, there's a Mayeni Makhumalo relationship, and there's things as well that Mangwabe will discuss with Mdletshe that probably she would like for them to remain between the two of them. There's things that Mdletshe will discuss with Ulukuzano. Umakhumalo discuss with Mdletshe that she would like to remain there, and there's things that they discuss all together. And I imagine it's hard, you guys, to know what do I share, what do I not share. But I do feel like they have to be careful with that, because a person can easily feel betrayed. If I've shared something with you, and now we're having a conversation, and that person is mentioning what I told you, then it affects our trust as well. Can I really share like private things with you if everything I share with you, you're going to share with the other wives and share with the husband? Yes, we are family, but the relationships are not the same. Sometimes these wives are closer and these ones are not. In fact, have I ever seen Umakhumalo interact with Umayeni? And Umayeni nomangwa khona into ekhona lapho, they all interact with Mdletshe, but with Umayeni angazi, it's like an arm's length relationship with the wives. So I do understand what they're saying here. Yeah, sometimes it's a trust thing. You could feel betrayed if you have shared certain information with the wives or with Mseleku, and Mangwabe has accused Mseleku of that. He's the one that would go and tell the other wives what they discussed in their household, and she has a problem with that. You guys, listen, you guys, people have said Mangwabe must just leave. I have bad news for you. I have really bad news for you. Mangwabe is not going anywhere. Mangwabe is not going anywhere, you guys, because I feel like Mseleku is going to make sure that Mangwabe doesn't go anywhere. With the two of them wanting to leave, Mangwabe and Umayeni wanting to leave that marriage, Mseleku is more fearful of Mangwabe leaving, because Umayeni, Mseleku has taken Mdletshe, Masawula, Umakhumalo, Mangwabe, while Mayeni is there, and Mayeni has never left. Okay, but Mseleku has never taken a wife while Mangwabe is there. So the person that he's most fearful of leaving, if any wife is likely to leave, is Mangwabe. We don't know that she's gonna leave or not if he takes number 5, but he's probably thinking, this one uklaza luzo hamba ngempela. You know what I mean? He's even said that ngiyakwazi wena eshumayeni, ngiyakwazi wena, you're not gonna leave, because uyamazi Umayeni. 5 wives have been taken in the presence of Umayeni wangahamba. So I do feel like Even though he won't admit, a big part of him not taking on number 5 is because he does not want Umbali to leave. Because I do feel like, you guys, that's one of the wives that he is the most in love with. Not that it's his favorite, it's the most in love with, and it's hard for him to deal with that in that Nesthembu sakhe. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to say today. Listen, have fun in the comment section. I know a lot of you don't like Umbali. Guys, let's find the clinic, ne? Ngihambe nje ngiyoklinika khona ngithi ngiphethwe ikhanda ngifuna ukubona nje ukuthi unjani lapha yani clinic. I must find it. Ngihambe nje ngiyokona just ukuthi unjani, you know, go undercover. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please like it before niphume kuyona. I've had people that want me to do the Real Housewives of Pretoria, and I'm like, yo, they're not even speaking Afrikaans, but I will find it and I will watch it and see, you guys. If I feel like it's entertaining enough, I will do it for you. There's a show on 161 that started Zulu, the couples in the house with Lerato Khanyago. It's interesting. I actually did watch it. I took some notes, but I need to watch it a couple more times because you have to get used to the couples and the names, and it's interesting. You guys must watch it. It replaced Real Housewives. It replaced the Real Housewives. So please watch that show so that we can have fun reviewing it. Thank you so much guys for watching. Like the video before Mpumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando.